Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will determine this morning whether you'd like me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I will do that if you tell me that you cannot afford to hire your own lawyer. If you want to hire your own lawyer or represent yourself, let me know that this morning. You are entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you have not had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded. There is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. I'm going to place you all under oath, so raise your right hand for me. Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay? Go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Morgan Kudo. Ms. Kudo, can I have your date of birth? 3/10/81. All right. You are here this morning for violation of probation. It looks like it's out of Pasco County. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. Pasco County wants no bond on that. So what's going to happen is we're going to keep it at no bond. Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 5 days. When you get down there, you can ask for a court date and a lawyer. If they don't come get you within the next 5 days, the folks who are at the jail will get you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay? All right. Mandy Yvonne. Ms. Yvonne, can I have your date of birth?
3/18/83.
You are here today for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. The recommendation from probation on this is 60 days in the Hernando County Jail. Do you want to go ahead and take care of this case today?
Your Honor, excuse me.
Go ahead.
There was an amendment that was done yesterday for 11/29. It just hasn't hit the system.
Okay. It was amended why?
For the new felony charges, I believe.
Okay. So previously she had violated for failure to complete certain conditions, including substance abuse evaluation and mental health evaluation, and now you're just adding that she committed another offense, so you're asking for 11/29.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what I'll do, ma'am, is I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office for you. Do you have a public defender in your other case?
I had Scott Smith.
I can't hear you.
I had Scott Smith.
Okay. Are you going to hire him to represent you on this case, or do you want the public defender?
I would like to, but before I talk to him, can I get the public defender?
Can you what?
I would like to hire Scott Smith, but it's not confirmed yet, so can you put public defender on?
Yes. Appoint the Public Defender's Office. There's no bond on that. We'll keep that at no bond. We'll see you back to court on June 8th.
Yeah.
Marissa Zaya. Can I have your date of birth?
April 23rd, 1994.
Bad audio. Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Looking for the recommendation. Is there a recommendation?
90 days is what they're recommending,
Okay.
Judge, but it looks
That's
like she has another case.
All right. If you wanted to resolve this today, the probation office is looking for 90 days in the Hernando County Jail. Do you want to try to resolve that today? You want to take the 90 days? Or I can appoint the public defender and you can come back to court another day. Did you answer me? If you answered me, I can't hear you.
I have,
Speaking to the microphone. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court on June 8th, okay?
And was that a continued, oh, that's a violation.
Casey Paulson. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Ma'am, can I have your date of birth?
7781.
You are here today for domestic battery. I did find
Yes,
probable
ma'am.
cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office? I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State, do we have a prior record?
We have 2010 grand theft, 2016 battery, and 2016 false report.
Okay. Ms. Paulson, I have an address for you on Nevada Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
A year.
Do you have a job?
No. No, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. I'm going to also order that you have no contact with Kim Stahl. Do not call her. Do not write her. Do not email her. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. Any way that you can imagine having contact with her, I forbid you from doing so. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you should hang up the phone. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Ms. Stahl wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, Ms. Paulson, you want to read that very carefully because it will be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, or anywhere else where she may frequent. We're going to see you back to court on this case on June 8th at 9 o'clock, okay? Someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you soon.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, my 2-year-old daughter lives with me also there. How would I, when I get out, go, get her?
That's not really up to me. Okay?
Alright, thank you.
All right, good luck. Sienna Segura. Can I have your date of birth? Okay. You are here today for fleeing and eluding a police officer, violating an injunction, and knowingly driving while your license is suspended and revoked. There's two fleeing a police officer. I did find probable cause for your arrest on all of these. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office?
I'll appoint the public defender's office in each of your cases. State, does she have a prior record? Other than...
This is 2010 petty theft and resisting, 2010 felony criminal mischief, which she did a PTI. She has a failure to appear on 2/6/18 and may have some open cases in here and else.
Well, in here too. Okay. All right. They gave you no bond on all of these cases because you have an open case. However, you are entitled to bond on these cases. So for the fleeing and eluding police officer, on the first case I have, I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 for violation of the injunction, $1,000 knowingly driving while your license is suspended or revoked, your bond is going to be $1,000. For the second case that has only the fleeing, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. I'm going to see you back on all of those cases on June 8th at 9 a.m. However, it looks like you have an open case here, 2018 MM1526 for violation of a domestic violence injunction. The offense date on that was May 7th, 2018, and that is set in front of me on June 1st. With regard to that case, I'm going to recommit you on that case, which means you're not going to get out of jail at this time. I'm going to revoke your bond on that because there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were free on that case. So we're going to see you back to court on June 1st on that case. Jessica Spillane. Have your date of birth? You were here today for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on May 1st. There's no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond. Do you have the public defender representing you already?
No.
Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
Did you say yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. We'll see you back to court on June 12th at 9 o'clock, okay? Mark Mullins? Mr. Mullins, can I have your date of birth?
January 25th, 1959.
Okay. You are here today because you have something going on out of Pasco County. It looks like you have a failure to appear for a petty theft over there. The bond amount is $1,513. We're going to keep that at $1,513. And I think you have to finish up your cases here, but then after that, Pasco County will have 5 days to come and get you. If they don't come get you, then they will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
So I should be released then? I'm all bonded out?
No, you're not bonded out. I just said your bond is $1,513.
So I thought, okay, I thought there was 2 bonds. I thought I bonded out last night.
You did? Okay, well, I don't know whether you bonded out on anything last night or not, but the bond on the case that I have before me today for the petty theft out of Pasco County, the bond amount is $1,513. And I'm going to keep that bond amount, okay?
Excuse me, so I have to be transported over to Pasco?
Yeah, or you can bond out for the $1,513.
Bond out here for 1,000?
They'll tell you how to do it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
James Dampier. Oh, who is that again? Sorry.
Judge's mother is present in the courtroom.
I know who's in the courtroom.
Your Honor,
Yes.
that's a juvenile. Would it be possible for him to go last?
Yep. Okay, Nicholas Lee. Mr. Lee, can I have your date of birth?
February 5th, 1988.
All right. You are here today for a violation of probation, a different probable cause for your arrest, based on a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman on May 10th. There is a 30-day recommendation on that violation of probation. I understand that you have some other cases going on, but if you wanted to resolve that case today for 30 days in the Hernando County Jail, you can go ahead and do that, or we can appoint the Public Defender's Office and see you back to court on another day. What would you like to do?
I didn't understand that, ma'am. Sorry.
You're here for today for a violation of probation. You can resolve your case today for 30 days, or I can appoint the Public Defender's Office and have you come back to court another day.
Would there be time served from the time that I have right now, currently?
I don't know how much time you have right now. You would get credit for any time that you have in on this case.
Okay, yes, the first part.
Okay, you want to take the 30 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you brought over from another county?
No, ma'am.
It looks like, when were you served on this warrant? It was just last night, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge, he has been in custody since 4/20, and the jail log shows him as being arrested on that date, but we
For
have a
this
PC that shows that he was just picked up on it.
Yeah, last night.
I showed it to the state. Excuse me?
I would say he did show that to me, that on 420 he went in and it looks like they logged it. I don't know if they did like a cop op on him then and then that data came through after, but it does show he's been in custody since then and it shows this case number.
All right. What do you want me to do with that time served?
Well, if the state doesn't have any problem with that, he'd have 27 days in today.
Yeah, it appears to me that he deserves the credit.
Okay. All right. So do you understand that by taking a plea on this violation of probation today, by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up your right to have a hearing on that matter?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to the violation of probation in 2018 CT 483, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission. I find it freely and voluntarily given. Adjudicate you guilty, revokingly terminate your probation, sentence you to 30 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 27 days that you have in. You'll have cost of prosecution of $50, the cost of incarceration if it hasn't been ordered in any other case. And then, is there a public defender fee on this case? Is the public defender appointed?
We haven't been reappointed yet.
Okay, so no public defender fee, and that should do it for today, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Michael Listebarger. Can I have your date of birth?
12/28/97.
Okay, you were here today for an aggravated battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Oh, we have audio. State prior record?
I show no prior record here.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you on Freedom Way in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
A year.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Plumber.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to order that you have no contact with David Cannon. That's the victim in this case. I don't know if you know who he is, but if you do, you see him out somewhere. I know that it was dark in a movie theater. You might not recognize him, but if you do have any contact with him whatsoever, you could get charged with another crime and find yourself back in jail, okay? So don't call him, don't write him. If you find out his phone number or where he lives, don't drive by his house. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. We're going to see you back to court on this case on June 12th at 9 o'clock. Someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you shortly, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Jason Folds.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
11/13/1977.
I don't know what you guys did with the audio, but you fixed it. Now we can hear them. All right. You are here today for a burglary based on a warrant signed by Judge Eineman. And the warrant says the bond should be $5,000, but then the PC affidavit says no bond, so it's kind of confusing. But nevertheless, do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office, state prior record.
Pretty extensive, Your Honor. We have from 94, this is relevant because it goes all the way through to 2005, a battery and kidnapping, burglary, DSP, grand theft, DSP, burglary, times about 15, for which he was sentenced to 5 years in DOC. We probably had some sort of YO disposition where he was in and out of court for about a decade. Once he got out of DOC, 07 trespassing, 08 conspiracy. He went back for 2 years DOC for cocaine. 08 fleeing to elude, also part of the 2 years DOC. 08 DUI and paraphernalia, got out. 2011 got a petty theft, resisting, and then a felon in possession. Did 5 more years DOC, and just got out and has FTAs on his open felonies.
Okay, so this is not the only case.
One of these is a failure to appear.
Oh, okay, I see it, yeah. Oh, I have them all disconnected. All right, we also have a failure to appear. We have a false name to law enforcement and a possession of paraphernalia as well.
Yes, ma'am. What was wrong with my
Hold
management
on,
ability?
don't say anything about the facts of your case. Hold on, let me get through this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I have an address. Do you have an address in Spring Hill somewhere?
Well, most of my stuff is at my dad's at 7137 and 2 Collin Trail,
To Kentra? Okay.
Spring Hill, Florida.
Yep.
She's lives there since I was a kid, and
Okay, do you have a job?
no, ma'am, I'm seriously on Social Security,
Okay.
disability.
Alrighty. Okay, for the burglary, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. We're going to see you back on June 12th at 9 a.m. I've appointed the public defender's office. We also have the providing false name to law enforcement and possession of drug paraphernalia. With regard to that, I did find probable cause for the providing false name to law enforcement. I did not find probable cause for the possession of drug paraphernalia. There was no presumptive test done. So for count number 1, I'll set the bond at $1,000. For count number 2, it's going to be ROR. We'll see you back to court on that case on June 8th at 9 a.m. Appointed the public defender on that case as well. For the Next case I have with you, where is it? Is a failure to appear. Did find probable cause for your arrest on that. Judge Merritt wants no bond on that. We're going to keep that at no bond and see you back on June 12th at 9 a.m. and I've appointed the public defender on that case as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Brent Courtney? Mr. Courtney, can I have your date of birth?
2791.
Okay, you are here for 2 counts of battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I have an address for you on New Hope Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where are you living right now?
1149 Concord Avenue.
What was the name of the street?
Concord Avenue?
Okay. Is that in Spring Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
8 months.
Okay. I'm going to keep the bond amount on each of these at $2,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victims in this case, Tiffany and Teresa Sullivan. I'm going to see that you have some open cases, a 2017 CF 1781 and a 2018 CF 442. The offense dates on those are December 5th, 2016 and August 8th, 2017, respectively. On those cases, I'm going to recommit you and revoke your bond on those cases. So there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond on those cases, and pursuant to Florida statute, I'm going to revoke your bond. So you're going to be held in custody until circuit judge says differently, okay? We'll see you back to court on this case on, when's this other case set?
612, yeah.
I think 518. Okay. Oh, but that's right. This is misdemeanors. Okay, so it's going to be June 12th at 9 o'clock.
And
My charges, felonies or misdemeanors?
But right now, they're misdemeanors.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the state, due to the RCO, is specifically going to ask the jail if they can house him separately from inmate Robin Nelson.
Did y'all get that?
I don't know if they can hear me.
No, ma'am.
You use the microphone there in front of you.
The state is specifically requesting that Mr. Courtney be housed separately from inmate Robin Nelson. Did they hear me this time?
10-4.
Okay, thank you.
I think that means yes. Daniel Stellback? Did I miss something?
He is listed as a witness against him. Yeah. And Nelson's a late.
This guy's got 12 days in if you want to make
I don't know why it would be a felony.
It's
Sell back.
hold on,
Okay,
let me see what's in
FTA on
See, hold on, Mr. Stellback, hold on one second. With regard to Brent Courtney, he's charged, it looks to me, with 2 counts of misdemeanor battery based on the facts of the case, but apparently they put felony on here, so maybe it's based on priors. I'm not
He does,
sure,
it
but
would
they
be
don't.
second offense, he does have priors.
Okay, but
But that's not on the,
okay, so that is the correct court date, June 12th.
yeah.
Okie dokie. So, Mr. Courtney, they are felonies based because you have prior convictions for battery, so they've charged you with a felony on these cases. So why don't we move the court date all to 5/18 then? That's
I have
all.
one prior conviction.
That's
Okay.
all you need.
That's all it takes.
Well, thanks for making that admission, Mr. Courtney. We'll see you back to court on all of your cases for 5/18, okay? Do I not tell them not to say anything?
We've changed the date to 5/18, Judge.
That's when his other cases are set, so we'll put it all together. Mr. Stellback, can I have your date of birth?
We got
3/11/89, ma'am.
Alrighty. You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Hitzman on May 2nd for possession of paraphernalia. Is there any way he can just resolve this case for us?
Judge, he does have 12 days in.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at it now. Looks like the offer from the state was, how many days did he have?
He's got 12.
If you'd like to take care of this today, I'm okay with time served.
Okay, so you just want to take care of your case today and get time served?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to Possession of paraphernalia. How do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest,
I'll
ma'am.
accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 12 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 12 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of $533. $518. And the cost of incarceration assessed against you. Okay, you want to make your way down to the clerk of court when you get out and make payment arrangements for those things.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Harry Teague. Mr. Teague, you are here today for a writ of bodily attachment because it appears that you have failed to pay your child support. The purge amount on that is $2,660. In a previous court hearing, the court found that you had the ability to pay child support, and you're here today because apparently, in spite of that, you have failed to pay. So what's going on?
I'm at the end of a disability case right now. I stay sick a lot. I'm battling cancer in my colon.
Okay. When was the last time you went to court for this child support?
I can't even remember, ma'am.
Okay. Well, the last one I have is July of 2016. So in July of 2016, you owed over $25,000 in child support. Does that sound right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you go to that hearing? You may not have even gone. Did you? I don't think you showed up.
I've never missed one that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, they had a hearing in July of 2016, and it's unclear to me whether you appeared at that hearing.
Was it from the jail?
No, it was a hearing in front of the Department of Revenue to determine child support and your ability to pay. What is your address?
It's Sackinett in Tampa Drive.
Okay. You might want to get in touch with them and make sure they have a correct address for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because they have 6105 Land O'Lakes Boulevard, Lot 28B.
No, I haven't been there since it flooded.
Okay. Well, you need to get in touch with the Department of Revenue. Just because you moved doesn't mean that they're not going to find you, and doesn't mean that you don't owe child support.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. When was the last time you worked?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, what did you do for work?
I was doing dishes for 2 days, but I couldn't keep up. My colon is, it's embarrassing, but you know.
Okay. I don't need too much information about your colon.
All right.
All right, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to find that you have not willfully refused to pay child support, but you do need to get in touch with somebody and update your address. I think there's some paperwork that you can fill out there at the jail. Before you're released today, I'm going to order that you provide the jail with an updated address, and you need to get that information to the Department of Revenue Child Support Enforcement, okay? Based on the evidence presented, I'm not going to find you in willful contempt, that you do not have the present ability to pay the purge, and that you're going to be released from incarceration today, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. James, is this the last one? James Dampier.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to grab him right now.
All right, thanks. Ma'am, you're his mom? Okay, did you want to say anything? you can come up to the podium if you want to speak. You don't have to. Okay, you don't have to say anything yet. Just come up to the podium. Are you the victim in the state?
No.
Okay. All right. Mr. Dampier.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Were you in court when I put everyone under oath? Have I put you under oath yet?
Right.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear from testimony before. Solemnly swear from testimony before the court today will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay, put your hand down. What is your date of birth?
August 9th, 2000.
Okay. You are here today for 2 counts of written threats to kill or injure. Those are felonies. I did find probable cause for your arrest, and it's based on a warrant, or a direct file. Looks like a direct file from the state attorney's office. Okay. Your mom.
I'm
right?
here.
What is your name, ma'am?
Pamela Dampier.
I'm sorry?
Pamela Dampier.
Okay.
My mom's there?
Your mom is here. Not looking very happy with you.
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Hey, Mom.
Ma'am, has he ever been in trouble before?
No, ma'am.
Okay, state.
Your Honor, he doesn't have any history. I am only, ancillary aware of the facts in this case, but it's a very serious set of allegations. So the state would ask that the bonds remain so that the prosecutors addressing it with the judge addressing it can deal with it in a factual manner as far as a bond condition.
All right, we're going to have to let me know more because all I have is a direct file that gives me no facts whatsoever.
My understanding is that he made credible threats to shoot or kill students at the Hernando High School. That's about the extent of the information I have as far as details, other than the fact that my understanding is he admitted to having the intention to do so to law enforcement during an interview. Like I said, given the nature of it, we'd ask that it be, handled in a full bond hearing where everybody can present facts and details to a judge to make a determination past this point.
I mean, we're here at a bond hearing right now, so you're telling me that he made a written threat to kill or injure. Who is the actual victim? Is there specific victims in the case?
I believe it was in the nature of the
It's just a
Parkland
general
type of events
statement.
that he was going to come and kill multiple people at the school, and he did admit that that was his intention.
But do you have that statute?
In front of me, no, I do not have to look it up.
What is the statute number?
They're indicating 836.10 on the.
836.10? Okay. Well, first I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. You want the public defender to represent you? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And what is it, 836.10?
.10.
And Judge, I'll see if I can get the PC, at least the original affidavit.
Thanks for sending this up.
All right. Give me a second. I just want to make sure we do it. Make a fair decision today. Mr. Debier, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
I would say 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
I'm not a total exact.
Since 2010.
Okay.
So 8 years.
All right, thank you.
I just put his date of birth in, but I'll just do
it. Yeah. Okay, who does the state allege that this written communication was sent to?
Your Honor, I don't have a copy of the warrant or the affidavit. I just have what
The
we
warrant
have in
doesn't say
front of the
anything.
court.
Just says arrest him.
I just requested more detailed information regarding from the prosecutor who filed the charges.
Because I believe the way the statute reads is that it needs to, if it's just
It's
a
his
general
person.
statement, there needs to be a victim. There needs to be a person that it's sent to.
I'm reading the statute the same way, Your Honor.
Okay.
Now, give me just a minute, Your Honor. You're getting what I was going to pull out. Well, I just wanted to make sure that was what.
You have to use 4-point print. Okay, you looking at the PC affidavit, Steve?
Again, Your Honor, the only PC affidavit I have is the one from court right here.
There's apparently some text, Your Honor.
Okay, this is all text messaging?
Yes.
Now that I do know meets this statute.
Well, but he's not threatening the person he's sending the text messaging to. I mean, the only thing I can see here is shooting a school. There's no threat to a person. I understand what the implication is, but
I also am aware. I didn't believe I don't have the statute in front of me, but I did handle a case like this recently.
Do you want a copy? You want the statute?
I've got the statute in front of me. Yeah, it doesn't require the person being threatened be the receiver of the written threat.
Okay, good, because you.
Yeah.
But I think, give me.
Well, Judge, I think it's also a conditional threat. He indicates that he would, apparently in his interview, that he would shoot anyone who, quote, pissed me off.
Okay, but that's at the interview, right?
That's in the interview.
Tell me why that's after his arrest, right? Or was
Yes.
that before his arrest? That was after.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not interested in post-arrest statements. I'm interested in what gave probable cause for the arrest and whether there's probable cause for the arrest. All right, well, I think that we have highlighted some issues with the case. But I have to let you guys know, probable cause is a very low burden for the state to meet at this time. And it's the lowest burden that you have in the law. So based on that, and based on the few facts that I have in front of me, I'm going to find that there's probable cause for his arrest. However, based on what I'm seeing in front of me and the weaknesses I see in the case, I understand the seriousness of it. I understand what the state is looking for. I understand why he's here today. I understand why they made an arrest. And Mr. Danbury, you have to understand the seriousness of what you did as well. And I think that maybe that's coming into light for you at this point. But I do see the weaknesses in the way that the statute is read and the facts in this case. So based on that, he's charged with 2 counts, $25,000 each, I believe, are the bonds at this point. I think that's right. Am I reading that right? $25,000 each, total of $50,000?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And he's got no prior record.
Correct.
Okay. And has he ever done anything like this before?
No, ma'am.
What does he do with his time? Does he work or?
No, he went to school. He was a full-time student at Orlando High.
Okay. What grade?
10th.
All right. Are you working?
Yes.
All right. If you're able to bond him out, what is he going to do?
I don't know. I don't know if he's able to get a job.
Your Honor.
Okay, no, I'm talking to Mom.
Sorry.
Okay.
Because with 2 felonies, it's hard for someone to get a job.
Well, he's not a convicted felon at this point, but I understand it would be difficult based on the facts of this case, especially, and people are going to know about it. So I know it's going to be difficult. Are you going to be able to get him to and from court? Make sure he doesn't miss court, and make sure he stays out of trouble, which you have so far until this happened.
Yeah.
But are you going to be able to do that?
Yes, I wanted to take him and move him up to Indiana with his brother.
Okay, well, you're not going to do that while this case is pending.
I know.
You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to set a bond in this case that I think is fair based on the facts in this case, based on the witnesses I see in the case, but as a condition of bond, I don't want him to have any electronic communication. Okay? I don't want him to have a phone or computer. If he's found to have a phone or computer, he's going to violate his bond, and they're going to put him back in jail, and he's not getting out.
Okay.
Okay? No phone or computer. If you need to access something for him, you access it for him, but he doesn't get it.
Okay. Now the school, when he gets out, he's suspended from school for 11 days. They have computers in the school too.
If he's at school, then we'll make an exception for any computers at school or anything for if he's going to do
Just as long as it's
virtual
school related.
Then if it's school related, yes. But he needs supervision with that. I don't want him to have any other electronic communication that's not supervised by a teacher or you.
Okay.
Okay? And that's the only condition I have on this bond. Can you both agree to that?
I can.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 each, and he needs to come back to court on June 12th at 9 o'clock.
Your Honor, I have a question.
Okay, I can't hear what you're saying. What?
I have a question.
Don't get too close to the microphone. Say it again.
Well, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Will I be able to go home until my next court date?
I don't know yet. There's it's a total of $10,000 bond. Whether you go home or somewhere else, or whether your mom bonds you out, that's going to be completely up to mom. Okay, that's something you guys need to talk about.
Will she be able to make payments on it?
That's something your mom's going to have to work out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Judge, just a clarification on the bond conditions. No phone, no computer, unless it's supervised by mom
Or someone at the school.
or the teacher at the school.
Correct.
So, for example, if mom is there, he'd be able to call his lawyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
This is yours, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't use those.
All right. We got everyone